What up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Woo-hoo.
101, what's happening? Hutch, what's happening? Bug Dude, what's up? JH556. Susanna, how you guys doing? Hutch, how are you doing, man?
I'm alive, man. We had some technical difficulties, y'all. My stuff's acting stupid. It's my fault. My bad.
Is the weather bad around there and shit? I know usually the weather would be fucked up around there.
It's been gray all day, man. Like, literally not a single bit of sunshine came through. So it's been pretty damn nice. So I got I was down at the greenhouse. We got that, a big chunk of that knocked out. Got the chicken coop about 80%. Knocking some shit out, man.
It looked like it was going to rain all day where I'm at, but it didn't. They've been saying it was going to be raining for the past couple of weeks.
Right. I guess, how do we sound, guys? Are we 5 by 5 for y'all?
5 by 5, 10 by 10, 20 by 20. Tonight, I'm only having one drink, and I'm having a glass of some Stella Artois.
Dude, you getting fancy?
Now, my buddies, they clean cabins and shit, and they'll find beers and all kinds of shit.
Damn, 5 by 5, good shit. So tonight, I guess we're talking about we're gonna get into some crazy torture techniques and things like that, and then Suzanne, what's going on, y'all? 101 Bogu, Suzanne, JH, what's up? And then we might eventually get swirled over into how, like, back in the 30s and 40s and 50s and shit wasn't all Stepford wives and happy folks. You know what I mean? We're gonna break the romanticism back in the day a little bit.
Yeah, they were all right. All right.
You good back there?
What's up, Bubba?
I said, you good?
Yeah, man. I was gonna let me get 1 second. I'm trying to quit smoking, so I'm trying to take it. I'm gonna try. You guys should check out Velo. If you're trying to quit smoking, check out Velo. This shit is awesome. They're nicotine pouches. Velo, check it out. They're not sponsoring, but hopefully they will one day. Velo, check them out. But now after I just spit some of my Velo. Okay, so I'm gonna go through a couple images with you guys and tell you guys how messed up shit used to be. Here's a guy getting sawed upside down. There's a dude getting sawed from right side up. This is my favorite.
Yeah, that one's crazy. So
Yeah, it's for those of y'all who ain't watching and listening. For those of y'all listening, this is escapism. It says a naked person was placed in a boat and forced to drink lots of milk and honey. Endless defecation led him being eaten up from the inside by maggots and flies.
that would fucking suck.
Dude, yeah, that shit for treason.
That would stink so fucking bad.
Dude, yeah, dude. Now you're just stuck there, tied up in the side of that boat. They would do that if you talked about the king. You said, "Oh, the king sucks. The king was a dumbass." They do that shit to you, dude.
Yeah,
that's like from Persian times.
Well, you figure, have you ever heard of the I think it's called the Trojan bull or a Roman bull or some shit like that, or it's just a giant fucking life-size bull made out of like brass or bronze?
Yes, I got you right here. They'd be put inside of the bull with the door in it. The fire would be lit inside, and they'd be slowly roasted alive inside of this bull.
What's going on, Reese's?
What's up, Reese's? But yeah, that's dude. You ever seen this movie? It's called The Immortals. It's kind of a stupid movie. He has the dude. He was in The Wrestler. Mickey Rourke. He's in that movie, and he would be people inside of this bowl and shit as like a tortured method.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, dude, it's kind of chill. It's kind of a chill movie. It's kind of stupid though too, but
I know I was telling you backstage, like I want like a guillotine and the rack, and then the like the Iron Maiden and stuff, and set some of the what's going on here, Billy? Set some of those on my front yard, just as yard art. See how my neighbors look at me. I know I want some stocks out here. Every good homestead should have a pair of stocks in their yard somewhere.
you had some shit like that in your yard. They would mess with it. They'd be like, "Let's go to the next place."
Imagine how handy some stocks would come in after shit hits the fan. You know what I mean?
What
Or if
exactly
you-
is stocks? Is that what I just showed, or is that something else?
No, the stocks is where you got your hands and your head stuck in the board that comes over and just kind of locks you in there like that.
Oh, that would be chill, dude.
Those things would come in handy.
Yeah, dude, that would definitely be funny, dude. Yeah, and they would do stuff like these. People would get these punishments for just for not for like murder, not for steal. They'd get these punishments for theft. They would get these punishments for talking bad about somebody, for looking at a rich, like one of the nobles, like a rich person, a knight or something like that, or a samurai or some shit. Like they could cut your head off in public if you look at them the wrong way and you didn't bow at them as they came at you back.
That's right. You see, some countries still cut your damn hands off for stealing. You know what I mean?
See, I kind of believe in that, though. But that is kind of fucked up. They used to do this shit. This is what women, and they'd also do this to dudes if they're accused of homosexual acts back in the day. Look at this.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Pair of anguish. For those of y'all who are listening, a butt plug would be inserted and twisted to fan out and expand into string victims inside, causing them to bleed to death. And they'd do that shit to women for like for looking at like that, they couldn't look at another like if they caught a woman looking at a man back then and shit, dude, like they would punish them. Like they were like to be quiet. Dude. It was hard.
Hey, all these techniques are around for a reason. They had to have been effective. Yeah, it would have took a sick motherfucker to think of some of that shit.
And they would do that shit publicly too, dude. They would do it publicly, man.
Man, I'm freaking exhausted, man.
What do you excited all that work today, huh, man? Yeah, I just started me a good job, man. I said fuck having 3 jobs. I'm gonna have me a real good job and shit. And that shit has me kind of tired. I mean, it's chill though. It's 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's definitely save the money. Everybody out there, save y'all's money. That's what I'm doing. Like as far as prepping goes, I think save your money. Save your money, dude. You do that.
It depends on what you're saving it for, though. Yeah, that would fucking suck.
I'm saving it just now. Yeah, this is the Chinese torture chair. This blade-laden chair would provide a slow and painful death to anyone strapped in it. Oh my god.
Yeah, Hillbilly, I got the greenhouse about 90% done, and I got a chicken coop made, and I got a third of my cornfield covered. We got whacked down, all the weeds and shit got whacked down, and then we put cardboard down, and then we came in with a shit ton of hay and straw and stuff. Because the other day I got lucky, and my buddy found me a hell of a fucking deal. There's about 60 square bales of hay, and the guy was just going to burn them. So he was like, "Hey, come and get them." It's like, hell yeah. To buy them, it's like $4 a piece. So I just made a couple $100 for nothing. It was a good damn day, man.
That is a damn good day. Man, I'm gonna have to start all my shit again, man. That sucks, dude. Like, I wish I had some. I wish I could. They've been baling hay like crazy around here, dude.
Yeah. See, now's the time to get it because it's really cheap. It makes more sense to get the big brown bales because you can get those for $25, and that's a couple thousand pounds is what those things are compared to the the little square bale for $4. you know, it doesn't add up. So you're better off getting the big round bales, especially like now when they're still cheap. Hold on, I gotta go see what these dogs are yelling at. I'll be right back.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. So what's up, y'all? I put the link out there if any of y'all want to come on here and talk to me and Hutch. Y'all got anything interesting going on in y'all's lives lately? Y'all been experiencing any supernatural shit? What have y'all been doing to cultivate your land? What's up? Bye.
All right, what I miss, man?
No, I was just asking everybody what they've been doing, if they've had anything crazy happen, what the most interesting thing that's happened within this past week.
Let's just hang out with the chat.
There if anybody wants to pop up too, if that's chill with you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to? Let's just hang out with the chat, man. Let's get to know the people. You know what I mean?
I've been wondering this. Where's John T. McGill? I know he had some shit going on. And
I was just thinking that the other day.
Southern Bell teacher and John T. McGill are gone missing.
Yeah, I think John T. was moving. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll be back.
Moving. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Southern Bell in a minute.
You been posting any videos, Bug Dude? I know you've been posting videos recently, though. Put some links out.
Yeah. That's
exactly. That's the question. That's the big mystery right now. Is where's Southern Bell teacher at?
I think we picked on her too much about starting a channel, and she was like, "Fuck y'all."
I can feel that. I was thinking that. I was hoping that wasn't what it was, but I can feel that. We'll give her time. We'll give her time to come back.
Yeah, I really haven't been doing too much Facebook or not Facebook, fucking.
Okay. Heard that, Bug Dude.
Even been doing too much of the YouTubes here lately, man. It's kind of like stepping back from it for a little bit. I mean, I got videos and shit that I'm making as far as being in there. I just haven't been feeling it this week. I've been grumpy all month, man.
I need to start going harder, man. I need to start getting in there harder, dude. Like, that's what I'm going to start doing more. That's why I'm going to start doing these jam sessions at least twice a week. I'm going to start trying to do a live stream every day. And like, what up, Hoot Owl? But
Susanna driving all over the mountains. Take some pictures, Susanna.
she did win the Powerball. That'd be cool as hell. She did win the Powerball, and then she hit us all up in chat. You heard about any crazy news right lately, y'all? Look up some news stories. Share that link, Bug Dude. We're gonna got Grays over here searching the internet for some stories. We'll read off some bullshit to kind of get things rolling.
Whatever the chat wants to talk about, we'll talk about. Y'all got some news or anything like that? Fuck it.
Dude. It's like an episode of Family Guy, man. It starts that way and it ends a whole different way than the episode began. What else we got right here?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Was that actually in the Stadium 101? I know they shut the game down for it. NGH, what's up?
What up, NGH?
I know I had a buddy from Springfield.
Look, baseball park shooting. That's what.
Yeah, that was at the Washington Nationals last night.
How many shot? What was you saying, Hutch? My bad.
Oh, my buddy that lived down the hill, the one that literally saved our ass the first couple years we were here because he let us get water and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to Springfield because his wife died a couple years back, so he moved to the city with his kids. And they were at Walmart down there, I think last week. And the chick, she was his niece, literally walked right into the breezeway of Walmart. At the same time, somebody at the soda machines got fucking shot in the Walmart, right against the fucking Walmart. It's getting crazy, man.
Dude, yeah, there was something like that at my Walmart too. My town, nobody
That's what
got
I'm saying.
shot. Nobody got shot. The gun got fired.
Outside.
It's getting fucking crazy out there, man.
Is that related to like crime, or is that related to like mass
It
shooting?
would be like a crime thing, maybe like a.
But they're gonna try to make it like a
It's
mass
downtown
shooting
Washington.
type shit.
I mean,
Right.
Exactly 101. Even if there's not a whole lot going on, they're going to advertise every single bit of it that they can. You know what I mean?
Now,
With
you
the
heard
exception
about
of Chicago, they ain't saying shit about Chicago.
dude? Chicago, man, there's what's that guy's name? Steve Saratori.
I'm not,
He travels through all the hardcore ghettos, dude. And
Oh, yeah, my friend's niece. Yeah, he called me out of nowhere with just the rent. Like, I haven't talked to him in like 2 or 3 months, right? Because he's been stuck down there in the city. So he called me up and was like, hey, random question. He's like, if I happen to, get a shit ton of money and buy some land, he's like, would you raise my cattle for me and be my ranch hand? And it's like, you can have it when I die. I was like, shit, yeah? In a fucking heartbeat, bro. You know what I mean?
good time. That's a damn good deal. What up, G Mom Merkel?
What's going on, Grandma Merkel? Yeah, I know a while back, I was getting like, we don't go to the city too much. It's like an hour trip for us to go to any kind of big city.
It's
So,
probably like 45 minutes for me to go to a big city and shit. I don't like the big cities though, man. I always feel sketched out. I hate driving around them, dude.
I get road rage like 5 miles before I get into town. You know
Dude,
what
I
I
get
mean?
road rage in my small town. Dude, I got road rage on the highway in New York City. And dude, when I was driving around New York City, dude, I almost went insane. Yeah, I have horrible road rage, dude. If it was ever recorded, if anybody ever had footage of me in a road rage incidents, dude, what's up, Ronnie? If
Oh, did
anybody,
you see that one, that shooting? It might have been Chicago. It was Chicago or Detroit, I think, like last week, where the dude caught the whole thing on his, the camera in his car. They were sitting at a stoplight, and some cats just jumped out of this car with some fucking, some long guns and shit, and just lit into this fucking car, like in the middle of fucking traffic. Then they just got back in their car and everybody drove on. It's fucking crazy.
people are brazen now, man. They ain't got no, yeah, people brazen, dude. No, I didn't hear about that. You see that? You read that shit? You heard what happened with was it Rashard Brooks? What's his name? Oh, Richard Sherman. You heard about Richard Sherman?
I don't even know who
This
that
man,
is.
I could feel this. He was he's the best corner in the game. He was in the Seattle Seahawks when they went to the Super Bowl back in 2012. He plays for the 49ers now, if I'm not mistaken. But
See, I never got into
yeah,
football. You know what I mean?
I'm
I
kind
know
of
who,
I know a little bit about football too, though.
I know who the
What up,
Chiefs
Digital
player.
Prepper? We got the link up there if you want to hop in. But football is kind of chill.
Got arrested.
Oh, let me get to the 1 second. I'll get to that in a second. A Law and Order actor got, but check this out. This dude, he was like slamming under. He's like, "Let me in, Ray. Let me in." This dude is gigantic, dude. But yeah, it was like him trying to get into his ex-wife's parents' house and shit. But y'all go check that out. It's kind of funny. It's kind of messed up, but that shit is funny though for sure. Like he was tripping. And then I guess a Law and Order SVU actor got arrested for shooting somebody. His name is Isaiah Stokes. I have no idea who Isaiah Stokes is. I'm not familiar. But people are shooting, man. I don't think that. I think that you heard about the stuff in Canada where they found the graves of all the native children and stuff from they went to re-education schools. You ain't heard about that? They found like over 300 graves, dude. This school ran from I believe 1890 to 1997. I might be mistaken. Please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But But yeah, dude, they've been finding all that, and a couple of people in North Shore and Northern Girl Hobbies, and a couple of the other people from Canada. They told me that they've known about that stuff in Canada for years. They knew that they had all those children and shit died over there, but they're
It was like
bringing
an
it
orphanage or
now,
something.
huh?
It was like an orphanage or something.
No, it was a re-education school for Indian children. You know what I'm saying? For like
Oh, okay.
Americans and shit. They would send these
Gotcha.
kids. These kids it was as ran a Catholic church too. All these schools were, but they said that they've known about this forever. But now they're people are rioting over this shit. They're going insane over it in big cities. But people are saying they're releasing this information now. This is what North Shore and Northern Girls and them said, is that they're releasing this now to kind of provide like, oh, let's go have a reason to freak out about some shit.
Right. Yeah. They got to make crime look bad, man. They got to pump it up. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they didn't get it more drastic this year. You know what I mean?
The year's not over yet. What's up, NGH, Northern Girl Hobbies? How you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Hey guys, I have a bit of a echo here happening. One sec, please.
No, that's all right.
We've been having technical difficulties our damn selves.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay, I think I got it. So, yeah, we've had these residential school people, okay, that were taken out of their homes way back many years ago, and I have relatives that were part of that, and it was horrible. They were basically told they couldn't speak their language, they couldn't practice their religion, you know, talking to the creator and whatnot. It was horrifying, and they got taken out of their homes. Not a cool thing, right? But I also believe that the Canadian government, I'm going to say that right now, the Canadian government has known about these so-called mass graves forever, and it's just a tactic right now to put more fear into the Canadians.
Is there a whole lot of
It's
Indigenous people up there that can claim reparations from Canada? Mojo, what's
we
up?
have a whole lot of different Indigenous communities, Hutch. I'm part of one that never signed a treaty, which I'm it's very rare because they all signed treaties back in the day. And we can have
Right.
this convo like on another maybe live stream or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, crazy stuff going on in Canada, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Exactly. Yeah, Gmail Merkel, you're right. That's what they're trying to soup it up that way. Yeah.
Have you seen any other? Was there any major riots there in Canada or anything like that, in Northern Girl?
I don't see any of that stuff, Pilgrim, because I'm in a very small population, but I went to Sudbury today and I actually was part of the rally with Chris Sky. He's a Canadian patriot. I don't know if you guys chimed in because that live stream was all kind of like all over the map. I forgot my tripod. And then when you forgot your tripod, stuff is all shaky. And if you don't have a gimbal, stuff is even shakier. But I did a live stream for about 2 hours with Chris Guy, who's Canadian patriot. He is bomb ass, man.
Okay, I'll definitely check him out. That's awesome.
Yeah, like he's on Instagram, he's on all kinds of different social media platforms. And I'm like, hey, this is my opportunity to go and meet with this guy. I got my picture taken too with him after. And yeah, no, like I have a lot of respect for the dude, you know, because he's the only one who's saying, okay, Canada, you need to wake the F up, right?
Right.
And I'm sorry, I'm not
Somebody
showing
needs
my
to.
face right now, guys, because I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It was a long ass day.
No doubt, no doubt. It was a freaking, I mean, a long one too. I'll tell you what. But yeah, it's been hot here. I tell you that right now as well. How hot? How high does it get up there where you're at?
Well, I'd say we're like 40 Celsius, so that I think you're 100 Fahrenheit, I want to say,
Pretty
approx.
good. That's pretty good temperature. That's pretty high.
Yeah, it was hot today. And you know what? We had the dog out there and everything and whatever, and then afterwards we went shopping at Walmart without our face diapers and yeah, because I said to Allie, I'm like, "Hey, you have not gone shopping without your face diaper on, so we're going." He's like, "Okay, I'm ready for it now that he saw Chris Guy with this whole crew of people, you know." And I've gone shopping all the time without my face diaper, and I do it alone, and I have a bad anxiety disorder. We killed it today, though. It was awesome.
I
I hope
feel
I
you.
don't, I don't,
40
I
degrees
hope I don't.
Celsius, 104 degrees,
How much is it?
104.
Ooh, that's good. But in
Yeah,
Northern Girl, I
man.
have some bad anxiety too. I feel you on that. Like I'll go
Yeah.
about my day. I hate going inside the door. I hate going inside of the gas station. Like I can talk. I just for some reason I hate to go inside of like the stores and shit. I
Yeah, you
feel
have to do it, man. You have to
exactly.
do it. You have to just force yourself to do it. And then it's going to become like a normal thing. It's kind of like you doing live streams, right?
Hey, that's why I
Exactly.
ran.
Fair as
Yeah, that's right, Hutch. And you know what? We're all in the same boat. And you know what? We're all getting more comfortable with just putting ourselves out there and we just do it at our own leisure. And today I felt blessed actually being there, doing what I had to do.
Yeah. It is a good feeling when you get to go shit like that.
Well, yeah, it's enlightenment. And when you can feel that you're doing something positive for your community and for your country and for the world, hell yeah,
How much
right?
longer do you guys have Trudeau? When's his election coming up?
2.5 years, I think.
Damn. Is there even anybody that's considering running against him? Any names out there, or is it pretty much something like him again?
Well, I think from tonight, or from today, I think that Chris Guy is actually gonna run, like, try to do his own party, which would be awesome. I'd totally vote, man. Like, really.
How do you guys work up there? Do you have like a prime minister and like a parliament and all that shit? How does that work up there?
Yeah, we have prime minister, parliament, and whatever else. But like I told you before, I'm not a highly political individual,
Right.
right? Um, I think I know more about American politics than I know about Canadian politics. So this is what I need to learn.
Right.
Do you respect you guys like grow up like respecting the queen and stuff like that? Like in school, they teach you that the queen is kind of like the leader, but not really.
Oh yeah, totally. And we have crown land here. Okay, so here we
No,
have private land. I wish I could show my face, but I'm too yucky looking.
there's
Oh,
no
you're
Um,
no haters here.
and I have no bra on, so I apologize. Um,
well, how low is
yeah,
your
no.
camera going to be?
Okay, so here is what we have. Here we have private land and we have crown land. Crown land is owned by the Queen apparently, but in the live stream today, Chris Sky and them they talked about our crown lands here in Canada. And technically, the Queen will never own Crown lands until all of the Aboriginal First Nations people, whatever you want to call us, okay, are abolished. Why did why did the VAX first come out to, okay, one, the First Nations people and for the healthcare providers?
Why?
Yeah, why?
shit. I hear about like they're slowly starting to stop existing through years of like gentrification and stuff like that. Like you don't have like in places like should we go to home on there? We're trying to show that video if it's
It's
so
like
like
they're
through
trying
like
to speed up culture and make everybody just a beige person. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like they want to abolish race altogether.
But if like let's say this like you're no longer able to if you don't have a certain amount of this indigenous blood from this particular tribe, let's say you're like 4 or 5 generations separated after like all like then you won't be entitled to any of the benefits that somebody who is like 50% or 75% or 25% of the even though
Yeah,
you
absolutely. And you know what? The same thing happened with me. Okay, so I'm born of my mom and my dad, right? So my dad is native. He is fully status native. And when I was growing up, I couldn't even get my Métis status, which is part native and part French. So, like with a native status in Canada, you can get free education. So I was not entitled to the free education. I tried to fight that because I paid for my own education. Sorry, guys. Um, so I tried to fight to get back the money from my education for when I went to school in college I took environmental protection, right?
Right.
I went to school for 3 years and I got denied. I got denied. And I got denied even for my Métis status because of what happened when my grandfather on my paternal side, which would have been my dad's dad, he was Polish. He basically, when he came from Poland to Canada, he gave up his rights as a native when he joined the army. It was something called disenfranchisement. So it wasn't until I think I was 25 years old that I actually received my native status. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's
I
make
know
it
here, at least when my family tried to do that, it's like my grandma's mom like didn't even know English. You know what I mean? She was one of those kind
Yeah.
of Indians, but it's to where you have to be 1/16 to get any kind of recognition, at least from what we did. So my uncles got it to where it paid for his wife because she's more than you are, and she got it to go to college and all that shit. But I was like 2 generations too behind to be in the you know what I mean, to be counted.
Yeah, I gotcha. And you know what? I'm lucky to have received mine because there's many benefits to it. Hey, Pilgrim, can you pin Hoot Owl Holler's recent message? Yeah.
that one right there.
Okay, so okay. I don't know. Do you want to go there on your channel here, Pilgrim?
Let's
Yes,
go
I
there,
do.
man.
Okay, so if you take a look, can you pull up a picture?
Yes, I'll make it black for a second, but yes.
Okay, if you can Google a photo of Trudeau and Fidel Castro, or a few of them on Google, then you're going to know why RPM swore his loyalty to the Queen. They're all
because that's his dad.
connected. Fucking right, it's his daddy, man.
Oh my god! Wait till you guys see the photos that she's talking about. If y'all ain't seen this shit already,
Dude,
what the hell?
I've been trying to tell this to everyone. They're like, no way. Even John at the Prepared Mind, I threw him a super chat like over a year and a half ago, like $20 super chat, and I'm like, do you think this is his daddy? He's like, no way. I stopped following that guy. Like, you can't even give me an honest opinion, man. Fuck that.
Oh,
Sorry.
you guys definitely look like very similar. I got photos to show you guys.
Yeah, there's a
Let me
whole
see,
bunch of
I got
photos,
one
man.
more.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a beer. I need a beer.
I've been drinking Stella Artois and I got using these nicotine pouches, Velo. Try them out, y'all.
Hey, 101 said them patches work pretty good.
Dude, yo, they do, man. Dude, these pouches are real, dude. They've been with me for so now. Tell me if these two men don't. That's what do you think, Hydra? I believe that these two. That's the first thing I thought without her even having to say anything about it. Like I was like, whoa, they look. What up, Sam? Awesome, his lucky name preparedness.
Hey,
How you
Sammy.
doing?
Yeah,
No,
they
it shows
could,
some more photos. I'll be right back, man.
they could definitely be
Check this
related.
one out, y'all. This is some of it. Look at this one right here. The one whenever it shows the young Castro and then the Trudeau right there. Dude, that's spot on, dude. And check this one out. How do I get this one bigger? But dude, I heard that every president that's ever existed has been related to each other. Like even Obama, George Washington, George Bush. Besides one of them, I've heard that all these guys have been like cousins or distant relatives because Obama's mom and shit. Like,
You figure I wouldn't be surprised because if you look at English royalty, you know what I'm saying? All those sons of bitches are inbred.
what's up,
You know what I mean?
Roots?
You just have a big family like that. It makes no sense how you can have, you know, like the fucking Bushes. How are you going to have literally 3 people in your family have access? I mean, you know what I mean?
He is Hoot. He is Hoot. Yeah, Roots. Oh, everyone's in here. You guys are freaking all rocking it. Yes, totally. And yeah, he is Castro's son, man. And everybody laughed at me, and it's like, holy crap.
I
You
don't
can
see
even
why.
pull up Pilgrim. You can pull up a baby picture where, okay, so Trudeau is in the baby picture with mom, and they're showing the baby to dad. Or the 2 dads. It's really whacked out, and nobody believes me. They think I all wear tinfoil hat. Whatever, Hutch. Let's grab that tinfoil hat.
So how did that come about then? What's the story behind that? Was his mom like a floozy or something? Or, you know what I
She
mean?
cheated on the dad. Yeah, this
Maybe
is
went
all.
on vacation to Cuba. Fidel Castro sent people out to the beach and shit to find women to have sex with them every day. Like he would, he'd send his Secret Service agents out to the beach to find women out there to come back home with them.
Well, it's all they're all enveloped in one another because they're all the elites. They're all. I'm not going to say certain words here because I don't want Pilgrim to get a. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But
man.
they're all interconnected. I'm
It's a rite of
down a
passage.
whole bunch of rabbit holes, man. He did Tennessee. You got that right. Yeah.
What up, Tennessee? This is the only picture I can find of a young one, and guy claims to be his dad, and I guess his brothers or something.
Oh, there's a younger version.
That don't look like that man right
There's a
there.
really younger version when he was actually a baby.
TT1.
Bug dude. Yeah. No kidding.
How old is Trudeau?
Dude, history was really the only subject I really excelled at. Social studies.
Is Trudeau in his 40s?
Yeah, Salmon. Got that right.
Let's see.
Hey, Northern Girl, you been hearing anything about that? Them civil wars about ready to kick off in Cuba?
Here? Oh,
No,
who knows, man? I
no,
don't
the
know. I really don't know, Hutch. I don't know what's gonna go down. I really don't. But like all I'm telling you is like I'm trying to do what I can. Um because if you think about the population of Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, and the amount of people that were at the rally tonight or today, if you have 300 people to the amount in that city, we are a very, very slim Hope. Hope in our nation.
Lady Dame said there's a pic of Trudeau's mom holding him as a baby with Castro.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been saying that for like over a year and a half, and you know what? Everybody thought I was freaking a jokester.
Was Trudeau's dad the prime minister, or was he in politics in any kind of way? Or, his dad?
I think
You're
his
asking
dad
the wrong
was.
person.
I think his dad used to be prime minister back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? I might be wrong. I was reading on this, man.
I don't know shit about Canada other than they've got Mounties and it gets cold as shit. You know what I
I'll
mean?
be going on rabbit holes with my research, guys. Like, I will be going on rabbit holes. I'm gonna here's a picture of his dad with Castro, and then here's a picture of him as a baby with Castro looking at him next to his mom.
Virginia, what's going on?
That's
His dad was prime minister.
Trudeau's dad. And there's a baby, Justin Trudeau, and Trudeau's mom. Let me get another one here.
That's a control baby.
He's upset about something.
Yeah, like who is this guy holding me? That's someone. I mean, he's probably
Right.
thinking that's not my dad, right?
But he actually was, though. How sad. Dude, I believe that 100%, girls. Like, I could definitely see that. And, like, they say that Obama's real dad was actually a member of the American Communist Party or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know too much about it. Let me see. I'll find a photo of that real quick, actually. But you've heard about
Yeah. Oh shit. Here we go. We're down a rabbit hole. Huge here.
Yeah, he was hand groomed by this guy. This guy groomed him to become like a socialist. And Hillary Clinton was taught by Eugene Levy or something. Not Eugene Levy. She was taught by like one of the hardcore American Communist Association guys. Like that was her mentor. Let me see.
Hey,
She
Virginia.
She was a big fan of that dude that used to be in the Klan back in the day. I can't remember his name. I know, Chad, you know who I'm talking about.
This is something that's funny. I heard that that this is kind of stupid though. But I heard that the reason that she had a child with Bill Clinton was because she didn't want people to think she was a lesbian anymore. I could totally see that shit there. Let me see. Oh,
This still surprises me
I
that
got
they
the
came
picture right here. Let me see, but that's no way like talking bad about anybody. Let me tell you this, dude. This is funny, dude. And I heard that. Watch it. Look. Is Frank Marshall Davis? Y'all look into it.
Yeah, I saw this one before.
But yeah, I mean, you never know with anything. You know how it sucks that there are people that'll be offended by hearing some truth thrown at them. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
there's no way. There's no way."
That's
But
the whole plan, man. Everybody's too fat and happy.
it's like Agent Smith.
Well, I mean, everyone is so mind warped. We'll call it that. Okay, I won't use the other words. They don't want to see what's actually going on. I had a conversation with my mom tonight. So my mom has stage 4. Okay. Stage 4 lung C. Inactive. Got the JAB. Has been experiencing heart problems galore in and out of the hospital for the past week. Okay. She never had a heart issue before, guys. And now she's talking about going to get the second JAB. And I'm like, are you for real right now? Because she's so mind warped.
I see. I heard
I
that
know
that's
I'm super
expected to
proud.
win.
Missouri is the lowest vaccinated state in the country. You know what I mean? Woohoo,
Well,
Missouri.
A
No,
lot of people I
they're
know,
trying to shame
like
us real hard.
a lot of people I know have been talking about getting that around here in Tennessee, man. Like, I'm surprised that so many people got it. I know, like, but I don't see any reason to get it. My wife got it last year, but I never got it, so I don't know. I have my little conspiracy that they say like they look at your name and they're like, oh, if your name is like a minority's name, like something like if it's this long Spanish name, or if it's like something like, you know what I'm saying, like some kind of weird name, like, oh yeah, or something like that. Or the main story is they said 102-year-old man or 101-year-old man died 1 week before his 102nd birthday of the vid. It's like, was it the vid or was it because he was about to be 102 years old?
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, Northern Girls. That sucks, though.
it does suck because you know what I told my mom tonight?
What?
I was straight up and I'm like, you know what? You go and get that second injection and you're going to be dead
Because I
because her
heard.
heart's already fucked up. And yeah, what do I say? My mom used to be onto all kinds of stuff. Like, we used to watch all kinds of crazy stuff when we were kids. And, but my mom also had a brain tumor removed. So maybe her whole brain is not there. I don't even know what to say at this point. Is just pray for my mom, please. Because my mom is a beautiful person. And then when I go to tell her, hey, I went to a rally today, a freedom rally. And then I went shopping in Walmart and I didn't wear a mask. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I really don't know at this point, and I hear people typing, so our chat is being recorded.
No, that's my buddy on his computer right
yeah,
here.
yeah, we-
That's my buddy on this computer. I got my buddy. I got my buddy Grace the Bush right here on the setup right here, y'all.
Okay,
He's our
okay,
Jane.
Yeah, I got
all
him over.
right,
He's our young Jamie. Yeah, he's over here.
all
Like, come,
right.
you look this up. Put this link out here. Now, that shit was tripping. I hope nobody's recording it. We have nothing but positive vibes, you know.
They tend to do it though. It's all good.
Yeah, educate them.
Well,
I
pretty
didn't
soon, in a
know.
couple months, they're going to be singing.
God.
That's dope.
I love it. I would love to be recorded and watched though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. But still, that would still suck. That I'd be like, oh shit. But hey, people, Laura, what's happening?
See, I don't even get flu shots, and they've been working on them bitches for over 100 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that I'm anti-vax. I mean, it's got its place. We don't have polio and shit like that anymore.
Exactly, like that kind of shit. Because it took them like 30 or 40 years to invent that, right?
Yeah.
It was like several generations of people passing their work on to their students and shit.
hey Tennessee, thanks, man.
You notice
So,
that even with the longer life, because the life expectancy nowadays is what average is at 76, somewhere in that range. But people are living well into their late 90s and early hundreds and shit now.
people's pets are living longer too.
They're taking all these, you notice all these health problems are getting more advanced and shit though, because you got to take a pill to counteract the side effects of this pill that you did this. So as you're fixing this stuff, you're constantly tearing your body down still. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, you live longer, but you're fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Neither KH.
Price.
So I was watching a commercial before I came out here about some birth control that you put in your arm, and then it was like all the side effects. It was like fucking, it travels through your body, and they said it could be difficult, if not impossible, to retrieve it if it travels. It causes blood clots and all kinds. You're just like, what the hell? That seems a little extreme to me.
Oh yeah, well, okay, so if you guys haven't watched my live stream from today, I apologize, okay, because
We tried to share it just now, but we couldn't find it on your channel.
it may have gotten taken down, I don't know. But
This is the first time I've been on the YouTubes all day long.
yeah, no, I was super nervous this morning and I don't have a gimbal and then trying to film something without a freaking tripod just absolutely sucks. But if people can go there and like zoom to like or speed up to 4 minutes in, it gets less sketchy. You know what I mean? In terms of the footage. I apologize. Yeah, but wow, what a wild day.
We're gonna try to find it again.
Pardon?
We're gonna try to find. He's gonna try to find your live stream and try to share it again. We're gonna see.
Well, if it's alive, sometimes it takes a couple hours. You know what I mean to register.
Well, the live is actually up, just the chat is not, and that's why I just recorded it to my computer in case I lose that live stream. That way I can upload it to elsewhere.
You might have to. Your latest video is from 12 hours ago. It says my bro smoked a doobie with Jay.
Yeah, there's the one after that.
The 1,000 sub giveaway.
But yeah, my brother did smoke a joint with a freaking Blue Jay, man.
That kicks ass.
Hey, Northern Girl.
Are you sure? Okay,
message me the link, and I will message him the link.
Is it the one that says 1,000 sub giveaway?
No.
That's the only one. That's the only one that
No, I was live with Chris Sky.
Northern
Canadian
Girl,
Patriot, man.
send me the link on my phone. Text it to me.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to go to the rabbit hole tripping. Check this out. This is real quick. This is like a minute long video right here, y'all. It's that Flintstone commercial back in the day talking about how every doctor 9 out of every 10 doctors recommends Winston cigarettes. Your breathing problems. Check this commercial out, y'all. It's only like 1 minute long.
Stewie, I don't know, man. Maybe they took it down already.
That sucks. Let's not trip about it. Like sometimes it might take a while to load up or something, like you guys said. So
No, I think I got it here. I can set a touch.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm pushing to get a cow. My neighbor's got more cows now, but the way the price of this meat is jumping up, I got my my rabbit hutch. I'm gonna get it, and then I got my chicken ready. I'm still getting my own meat, and then I'm going to the grocery store.
Dude, that's gonna be badass, dude. That'd be cool if you're having some chicken up there, man. I think
Got
about
it right.
guinea pigs for my apartment.
Okay, Hutch, I sent it to you, man.
Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to forward it to him.
But just if you're gonna play it, like go into like 4 minutes in or something, man. Because I was really shaky. I was so freaking nervous. I had a lot of anxiety happening. We just got to Sudbury.
It looked like there was a pretty decent amount of people out there.
Well, like I mean, for the size of the city, Hutch, the gathering was very tiny.
Oh, I think Stuart found it. See, that's the problem, is trying to get people motivated to actually get out there and, you know what I mean, participate in this shit.
W already got it.
Yeah, and fight for
I'll
stuff,
put it up
right?
there again. You guys hear me? My bad. I think my signal just got messed up.
I can't even believe that we actually, you know what I said to Ali this morning? I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Sudbury? Like, I want to go. This is like the chance of a lifetime because it's not going to probably happen again. Right. We have to make a freaking stand. And then afterwards, we're going to go shopping. We went shopping to Walmart and without our masks, even brought the dog in the freaking store, you know?
Did they get rid of the mask mandates up there?
Okay, so we apparently have no mask mandate, but people still keep abiding by that crap.
Oh, so it's just all pretty much.
So
they
it's
fell
like
in line and they haven't nobody's told them to switch back yet.
Yeah, no, nobody's going to be telling them that at all because it's like they want the control, they want the population control, they want the fear mongering to continue. So it's like,
try to
you know what?
And come back.
Take it off, whatever. And even the people who have gotten the double VAX, they still wear the thing.
That's how they're
wow.
making it in California. Even if you've been double vaccinated, they went back to the mask mandates the other day. So even if you've already had the shots, you've still got to wear a fucking mask.
It ain't ending, man. And this is what people have to realize. It ain't ending. So now you have to start to do these rallies and come together and do your stuff. Because if you don't do your stuff, it ain't going away.
I'm wondering if they can hear you. That's the thing.
To do these rallies and come together and do your stuff.
Turn your YouTube on, children.
It ain't going away. Hmm?
Yep. All right.
I don't think we can hear you.
Somebody
Turn your
says
YouTube
that
audio
earlier.
on.
And you know what, Tennessee? Yeah, I have been trying to do this. In Ontario, I was the only one, first off, that probably wore the mask, and the first part of it came out because I was terrified for my mom. You know what I mean? And then after about a month, I started digging into stuff, and I'm like, this ain't even real, man. You know what I mean? And then I started to work my way against what's going on. And hey, it is what it is. And it's been like a year and a half later, man. What do? You can just keep continuing to fight, but people are getting shut down on all these different platforms. That's why I'm like backing up my stuff to different platforms too. So, hey, it'll still be there.
I might need to do that.
Yeah, Hutch, you should.
I mean, I don't get too crazy, but you never know. The mood might strike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing to lose, anyways.
What's that,
You
Shiggy?
got nothing to lose. You had all the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's what Ali says. He just said that you have
Do
nothing
you
to
guys
lose.
hear me? Do you guys hear me? Okay. I just had this headset in.
Yeah, we hear you, Pilgrim. 5x5.
Can you hear us?
So they can hear? No, I can hear. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so they do hear. We cannot hear y'all.
Damn, I missed out on some good shit too. I can't hear what you guys are saying. I'm sorry about that.
Would you have to put in? Would you have to put in or something?
Back out and then come back in with that shit. That wouldn't cause my stream to end, would it?
No.
Okay, 1 second.
Northern girl, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Hutch.
All right. I always feel like my stuff's glitching and shit. You know what I mean?
No, your stuff, like I find that when you actually do a video for your own channel, your audio is really low, but tonight you're good.
I can hear you guys right now. Perfect.
All my equipment is shit is why. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on the $50 Walmart phone.
I got ya.
I accidentally left it outside in the rain the other day, so the speaker's all fucked up.
You think this iPhone 12
Yeah.
like have good signal, but the signal is actually worse than it was. Yeah, dude. Like I can't get any service this phone, and it gives me headaches too. Because it's got 5G.
Hey, what are they talking about? Both of you guys, what are they talking about in your area on this new 5G and fiber optic and all this shit they're trying to do? Are you guys hearing any of that coming anywhere near you?
They built a tower in my town.
Oh no.
Guys in the trees.
They're disguised on the trees.
I get the
Sure, link to that. You heard about that, Northern Girls or Hutch? You guys?
Oh
heard about
yeah,
that?
no, we have
Yeah.
trees.
I'll say they look badass. I'll give them that. They're fucking awesome.
Let me see a photo of it.
Oh wow, we're gonna go here. Okay. So in the city that I was in today, they have trees disguised, two of them disguised as pine trees. I know in Florida and in the tropical zones, they have them disguised as palm trees.
I'm sure there's some.
It's scary shit. And you know what? If they put one in the back field anytime soon, guess what? I'm selling. Adios.
Don't blame you, dude. Yeah, straight up. Here's
Hide them in church.
they're hiding them in church steeples. He just said too.
In
Here's
what?
in church steeples,
Oh, wow. That's
like
the
in
uttermost evil.
side.
Yeah, just share that video.
Just out of disrespect. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yo, here's a link. You guys heard about AP? You guys heard about what happened to Appalachian Prepper?
Uh-uh.
Apparently, all of her shit got hacked, and all she got hacked, and all of her shit got deleted.
Oh, damn, you fucked up.
Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, that's
Oh, wow.
I guess
Yeah.
there's one if you guys want to check out later.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? She has good content and she posts the truth. And that's why she can get taken down. And so I had a conversation with my mom. Well, it's like, why don't I see all this negative stuff about what's going on with the VAX on TV? I'm like, Mom, wow. Wow, Mom.
Have you took her
You
down
know?
the rabbit hole of the media and all that shit?
I've
Or is that gonna
I've
be a
tried hard.
confusing
And you know
rabbit?
what? It's because my mom, she's been through it's been a rough 5 years with cancer. I'm just gonna say that. Brain tumor, lung, C, whatever.
Right.
And just utter brainwashing. And then it's like, okay, so now her only alternate source of stuff is going to be immunotherapy that they treat her with. But now she has a heart condition. My mom never had anything wrong with her heart before until she got the JAB. Nothing, nothing. But now she's in the hospital every fucking day, man.
That's what's fucked up about it is you'll never actually know the truth. You know what I mean?
Well, I won't ever know the truth, but I told my mom, I'm like, if you go and get the second one, then you're dying. Straight up. You're dying.
Hear that it affects women differently because something to do with like it causes blood clots in women, like something to do with like the women's blood, like you know what I'm trying to say, but it affects women differently because y'all's blood or something like that. Like it causes blood clots and it causes iron deficiencies and stuff. Or that's why, like, I haven't heard of any men who've gotten sick from taking this
If
thing.
you want to go down the real rabbit hole, you can say that, hey, maybe that whole shit is DNA targeted. You know,
Okay.
maybe it goes after certain genomes or something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like we have leukemia that runs my family, but okay, so my mom has been on a magnesium drip every time she goes into the hospital. So keep that in mind, okay? Magnesium drip.
What is a magnesium drip? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Like an IV. So yeah, magnesium's like a mineral.
Okay. And she wasn't like that. She was like recovered before she took all this.
Yeah, my mom was like stage 4 inactive on immunotherapy, fine, and then she went and got the JAB, and then stuff got all effed up, and yeah, heart rate palpitations right through the roof in the hospital for like a week now, in and out, man.
Is that where she got it from? Was the hospital, the jab?
No, the paramedics, Hutch. The paramedics will go in Ontario, Canada, and go administer you the JAB. So my stepdad talked about this.
Or just like visiting you at your house, like you say, hey,
They will go and visit you at your house, and I said that tonight. Yeah, they will send the ambulance, go and administer you the JAB. And I told my mom tonight when my stepdad was out of the room, because I can't talk around him because he'll just put the kibosh to everything. I told my mom, I'm like, people are dying. People are dying and you're not seeing it on TV. There's like thousands of people dying. And nobody's talking about it because you're not going to see it on TV. Well, my mom's like, well, why can't I see it on TV? Well, there's another rabbit hole, right? How do I explain that crap to my mom when she's not awake? When it's been like how many months, man? Wow.
They take any information that could be contrary to what they talk about. They want you to know.
Right.
You can't even look it up. You can't look up anything like you used to be able to look it up on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You can't even like. You got to go find the books if you want to find some information about some stuff out.
Yeah, Virginia and Lucky Dame, you're both right. I used to have to take magnesium. I was magnesium deficient, so I had like fucking migraines and just ice picks in my fucking brain because I was magnesium deficient. It, it helps with the blockage and and shit like that. That's all a headache is.
And you know what? Lucky Dame is absolutely correct. And that's what's going on with my mom right now. And she doesn't believe me. She thinks that I'm a freaking tinfoil hat wearing individual and that I need to get off of fucking YouTube. Sorry. I'm sorry, Pilgrim.
See, my old man's the same way. He's my whole dad's side of the family, party line Democrat, 100%. Don't question it. They just do it because that's what they've always done. So I was rubbing in his face. He saw all the good stuff Trump did, and he knows what's going on. He agrees with 90% of the shit I say, but he's still party line Democrat, just because that's the way he's been fucking doing it for 60 years. You know what I mean? Some people are just lost.
Yeah, you know what? I think that my parents probably, like my mom and my stepdad, would have voted for Democrat. But I'm lucky that my dad and his wife would not have. You know what I mean? Like there's like a good division here. Like I have a good potential for a Meg. You know what I mean? But like I mean, as the world keeps spinning here in Canada, it's like the more people keep getting the fucking JAB.
Right. Hey,
And
all the wrenches. Sorry, I got to
in the chat. I put some of them in the chat, guys.
All the wrenches. Keep your eyes open just in case.
yeah, thank you, wrenches.
Yeah, you guys
I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat.
Was that Red October?
Red October, what's going on? Yeah, because you figure even like statistically, it's only going to be roughly a third of the people who actually resist any kind of, you know what I mean? Because that's all it really takes. The other 2/3 are just cogs in the wheel. You know what I mean? And so some people are just, what the fuck can you do?
Well, like I mean, you can attend a rally. You can do what you can. You can try to share it out, but you're going to be shut down on a lot of platforms. So that's why I recommend like backing it up. You know what I mean? And then sharing it out to other platforms.
Right.
And then trying to get to know who your folks are, because you know what? If you need a mag in the event that you need a freaking mag, and everyone knows what a mag means, I hope.
Mutual assistance group.
Yes, that's right. Okay. You're going to need to know your peeps.
I feel like I got a pretty good mount. I got a pretty good mag. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to we'd unite and we'd kick some ass, and you know what I'm saying, not kick ass, but we take care of shit. Like,
right on.
See, I don't know anybody. For the closest person that we know is 200 miles away. So our whole family is lonely out here on top of the hill. You know what I mean?
And
well,
yeah,
it'll come in time, Hutch. Hey, Dusty. Sorry, I had to say that, man.
101, I think that's exactly what it means.
$102 Okay. I call 101, 102.
What's your reason? I saw that a couple times. What do you do? Is that like just a little joke or something?
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Rebel News and Canada rules.
Okay, Rich Mountains. Ooh, I have to pick a
What do you guys
beef
gotta
with
say?
Rebel News, man.
I've seen a couple of badass things from Rebel News. I've seen where they went to like where Antifa or something like that was doing some negative vibe rallies at a town with a small population. So they'd be like, "Oh, that's Rebel News. Don't talk to them. Rebel News is fascists." Rebel News
No. Rebel News is
they kick ass.
usually pretty good.
No,
They're
that's what
pretty
I'm saying.
good.
Antifa hated Antifa was like, "Don't talk to these guys." Yeah, but they were kicking
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Rebel kicks
yeah.
ass. I like them a lot.
But here's the thing. So Rebel News attacked Chris Sky, who I went and saw today on
They
my
did. They
live stream.
attacked them.
Oh yeah, they totally blatantly attacked him on their last live stream, and I completely lost all respect. And I'm like,
Really?
okay, Rebel News, you are in Canada and you went and attacked a Canadian patriot? Like, are you fucking for real right now?
Yeah. What do you
I
think?
just lost all respect, man.
Why do you think they did that for? Do you think that they were like getting paid by somebody else right now, or do you think they're
Oh, it very well could be that, Pilgrim. Yep,
they had to
yep,
find some
no,
way to keep on? That makes sense.
yep, no, I
Vaccinated
know.
killers will not be welcome in Canada for quite a while, says Prime Minister. If you're planning a trip to Canada, you have to have the jab. They won't let you in unless you got the shot.
Dude, that's
As
what
of
it was
No,
like to go to Peru too, as well. People like in South America, people like would get killed and shit, like not from like not from the cops killing them, but they like
This isn't a new tactic,
party.
though. So, like, if you go to, Africa or Uganda or, some fucking shit, you got to get the malaria shots. Otherwise, they won't let you in their country. You know what I mean? Or they won't let you back or something, however that works. You know what I mean? So it's not a new concept. It's just the fact of what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It damn sure ain't no malaria. You know what I
It
mean?
feels like I've definitely gotten like a shot because if you go to another country, like in a place where it's like like a below the equator type shit, you could get like jungle diseases and stuff like that. Even if you don't go to the jungle, saying you get like whooping cough, like all that malaria, dysentery, all that shit.
See, my problem is just the rushing of it. You know what I mean? Less than a year to get that shit dialed in. I don't trust that in no way at all. And then fucking the forcing people to do it. You know what I mean?
yep, you got that right, my friend, Ark Wild.
Oh man, I don't want to get forced to do anything, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. Like, dude, like I have not gotten. I feel like I did get sick in October, not October, but like December, I'd say, or yeah, somewhere around December. I'd gotten my tooth removed, and dude, I was probably the sickest I'd ever been in my life, and I think I'd gotten that shit back then.
Right.
Like,
And it's like you hear the motherfucker double speaking on the news, the fucking Fauci dude. That might get you cut, my bad. But, he's talking about, even though you've already had 2 shots, it's not a guarantee of anything. He said it's just going to make you less sick or limit your hospital time, or, so it's not even really doing a damn thing.
I heard this man was involved with the AIDS epidemic back in the day when it came out. He was like giving out bad medicine to these people. He knew that the medicine wasn't going to do anything, make it worse for people.
Yeah,
And,
everything he did on everything he tried to preach on AIDS back in the day was fucking wrong. You know what I mean?
sure into that, yeah. But he was he was the head researcher back then. He was like the #1 doctor back then too. We're about to share a link on that.
Patricia Scoobish.
Boom. What's up, Patricia?
Hey,
And,
Patricia.
didn't he work with Gates' daddy on some project back in the day, like 30, 40 years ago?
Will you check that out for us too, man?
Didn't I hear that somewhere?
With Gates and Mrs.
Stewie, yeah, right?
They're talking about a third booster. Yeah. See, I mean, I know some. I'm not saying that it's not a, you know what I'm saying, a fucked up shit that people die from the flu too. I mean, I'll be callous about it. People are gonna die. It happens.
I believe it's real, dude. I think it was invented as a weapon, though, but I do believe it was
Yeah.
real.
'Cause, I mean, I know some people who got like hospitalized for a couple weeks, and then like my wife had it for like 8 days, and it was just whiny as fuck. The boy had sniffles, and I didn't get shit. You know what I mean? And then that's,
My wife
you know what I
said
mean?
she lost the smell. Yeah,
I know a lot
but
of people sense their taste and all that shit.
yeah, dude, that's weird. That sucks, dude. But you know, Joe Diffie, legendary country music singer, sure, Joe Diffie video. Joe Diffie, they say, died of that as well.
Yeah. Hey, I like you, Diffie. I know
Yeah,
exactly
pickup
what-
man. He sings pickup man. He's studied under. I can see him. Joseph Mengele was definitely on some
I don't even know
bad.
who that is.
Oh, dude, he was a. I think he was Auschwitz. He might. I don't know. He was.
Oh,
He's
okay,
called
yeah,
the
yeah,
Angel
yeah.
of Death. He was the Angel of Death. He was a very bad dude. He would do like experiments on humans and stuff, like really bad shit. I don't know if you want to go there, but I used to do.
Hey,
I used to
goes
like
where
a
it
lot
goes,
of
man.
World War II documentaries.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
definitely. It's
Patricia.
crazy to
I'm
think
gonna
what
go
people
for
are.
a shot, man.
Park Wild, man.
God,
That's
I'm gonna try.
I can see that.
Ark Wildman, hey.
Cause see, you
You know,
can literally.
I might.
I forgot which country it is. Young Jamie Jr. Can you look this up? What country is it where you can literally pick the hair color and the eye color and all that shit of your baby? There's some country that's
Checking it
doing
out.
that. So, like, if you got hella money, you can genetically modify your child to be the perfect child. It's fucking
There's probably
ridiculous.
probably someplace in Asia or some shit.
That's what I'm
You know
thinking.
what,
It's
guys?
China or
Okay.
Australia.
Or like
Okay, can I say
Indonesia
something
or
messed
something.
up?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the Mennonites here will often post in local newspapers that they're looking for blue-eyed, blonde-haired people.
Oh, trying to bring their purity back.
Yeah, new genetics.
Yeah, 'cause you're purity.
Actually, they speak a different language. They don't speak English, do they? They speak like German, don't they?
They speak like a different language, like it's I
German,
don't even know
Austrian,
how
Dutch.
to describe it. I do have it on video. I have videos coming out. Um because we just visited and yeah, a bit strange, but hey, whatever. Roll with it.
See, that's why for years now they've been manipulating DNA. That's why I'm really leaning towards some fucking DNA targeted kind of shit. You know what I mean?
See that there was this movie that had Ethan Hawke in it, where he was the only like everybody was showed they did like you knew whenever you was pregnant with the baby that you could choose how long the baby would live or it would be like free of diseases and what kind of problems it would have. You could make a perfect baby. Ethan Hawke's character, and check this movie out after you look up this info. Ethan Hawke's character. But Ethan's Hawke character, what's that, Grandma Prepper?
Timo.
He didn't have his parents chose not to get the modifications on him, and they told you like he's gonna die at 32 of heart disease, and he knew that, you know. But they could tell you everything that would happen to you, what kind of problems you would have as you grew up.
Yeah, see, that's craziness, man. So you figure if eventually they're trying to dial in some kind of chemical weapon or a virus or something that literally attacks whatever part of your DNA is, you know, non-conformative. You know what I mean? If they can, because you figure attitude and all that stuff, is that in your DNA? You know what I mean? There's so much shit going on in there. They can target it down to literally pacify everybody. It's plausible. You know what I mean? That's why the chemical warfare scares me a lot more than actual boots on the ground. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally.
Straight
Totally.
up.
You can be stuck in a Walmart and somebody can drop some anthrax or some cyanide in the vent. You know what I mean? You just literally not know anything.
The movie is
That's why,
called.
that's why I need them wide open spaces, man.
I'm with you on that, Hutch.
With John Woo's brother.
What are you talking about, Kim Jong Un's brother?
He was talking about the getting drugged with whatever he just said. I totally spaced out.
Right?
What's up,
Have you ever
Milkman?
been to Walmart? That's some fucked up shit. Milkmaid.
Almost 240. One sub.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce out.
Hey, thank you,
Okay.
Northern Bros. It was very enlightening to talk to you. I liked all the wisdom that you dropped and all the rabbit holes we went down.
I got stuck on the chat, my bad.
You know
I
what?
thought
Let's
it was
connect
cool
again.
too.
Yeah, cool beans, man.
Yeah, definitely talk to you more in the future. That kicked ass.
Take it easy, little girl. Go get drunk.
What? Hutch?
I said, take it easy. Go get drunk and relax.
Unwind, chill.
Ouch. That wasn't really a cool statement, but hey, thank you. Okay, see you, folks.
We'll
All right.
see you, Northern Girl. Are you going to bed too, Lucky Dane Preparedness? Let me see. We got lost in the chat. I got lost in chat. Let me put a link out here. Does anybody want to pop up on here and shoot this shit with us?
Whatever y'all want to talk about.
Yeah, and we got Young Jamie Jr. over here. Young Jamie Jr. grades up here looking at if you guys have any information, any kind of shit, we sharing it. Do you need to take a break of any kind, Hutch? I can play a video real quick. It's like a 5-minute video of a Navajo elder speaking wisdom about the difference between evil spirits and shit.
That'd work. Yeah, let's take a goat break, man.
They do it. Let me see.
I'll be back.
All right, Bubba, we'll be back, y'all.
You cannot call evil things good, but it gets to the point of where it is very well disguised. Evil can be so disguised that people would think it was good. And I remember talking to the old people, and they didn't even want to talk about some of the things that I was asking about. Among our Dene, we are taught that Ante Inzid Atakash. These are evil things that people can learn and they do to one another and toward one another. And the evil is real, is what we are told. Which is evil is real. But I don't like to talk about it because it's something that you give power to when you talk about it. And that's one of the reasons why so many people, when they ask me about the skinwalker and some of these other things that our people have been known by or known for, I don't like to talk about it because it gives it power. And I mentioned some things here earlier about the creating the portals by having tattoos and markings on your body. and piercing your body and so on. These are portals in that you open up to the not good influence if they are remaining on your body. Sometimes you can, in a ceremony, they do make sacred markings, but they wash them off after 4 days of the completion of the ceremony. But anti or atakash inzid, those are real. And the thing that is something that we're supposed to be aware of is that you cannot call evil things good. But it gets to the point of where it is very well disguised. Evil can be so disguised that people would think it was good. And I remember talking to the old people, and they didn't even want to talk about some of the things that I was asking about, but I was very fortunate to have some very wise grandparents, and that were willing to share with me some of the things that they were aware of. And a lot of times, anti or inzid, or something that is nchor, which is something that is not good at all, that they wanted me to avoid. It is that I have always tried to maintain those teachings in my own life, to avoid things that you look at it and you think, oh, that's good, but really it could be very much an evil practice, an evil way, and you have to be very cautious. And so it is that if it brings joy and happiness, confidence and peace in a good way, that is the thing that you are supposed to be looking after. If it's even like in music, if it's a music that moves you to do good things and to think good thoughts and to think of your elders and to think of your family and to think of your acquaintances and so on in good ways, that's good for you. And it is that enjoy is the things that are not good, and other words that apply to it, and those are the things that are evil. Evil can be disguised as something that is good, and so it is that we must be very aware of how we can find out what is good and what is not good. So it is that those are the things we are told.
What up, y'all? Ugh. Waiting on Hutch to get back still. And if any of y'all, I ain't trying to shamelessly plug myself, but if y'all ain't subbed to me yet, please go and do it. I'd respect the hell out of you and appreciate it. Let me see who y'all talking about. You talking about this man right here? Dude, no, this man has a lot of damn good wisdom. Speaking of another wise man, let's put him on. Ark Wildman Survival, how you doing, Bubba, sir?
How you doing?
Doing pretty damn good, sir.
What's
Good.
going on, Art?
I just got back in from cleaning catfish.
Rub it in, man. Rub it in.
How was your fishing trip the other day, Hutch, by the way?
Come on now.
Sorry, you said that, and I was just fucking...
It's a damn thing.
Now, I have never caught a fish in my whole life, so... like,
Hey,
I plan on changing that scene, but we see what's good.
I'm going to try
That's good.
again. Though. I actually got my license, so I got to. Otherwise, I wasted $11.
I got a fishing license, dude. Yeah, right. No, but it's hard for me to get the time to go out there and fish, though, man.
I was going to have a fish Friday night.
Come on now. What you eating with that fish?
I was going to have coleslaw and some hush puppies and some fried squash to go with it.
I'm good with the hush puppies and the fish. The other stuff, no, I can't do that.
Fried squash. I love some fried squash, dude. I just recently harvested some of my garden and shit recently. You know, it took me about 4 months to grow all this stuff. I'm pretty proud of myself, man.
Good.
Yeah, this squash, it was so good. It was the freshest thing I've ever eaten. And the tomato and the jalapenos, man, it was crazy. I can't wait to dump my potatoes over and see what's going on with them.
I like to boil them with a jacket on them, and then mash them up, put some salt and pepper on them, and man, them's good. Them new potatoes.
Sounds so damn good. Did you catch that video just now, Arkwall, man? Hutch, did y'all see that video of the Navajo elder speaking about the difference between people and stuff?
Yeah, he sounds like a pretty wise feller.
Gma Merkel, I've been fishing over 100,000 times. I don't have no skill. If it came down to it, I'd use a net.
Right. Hey, even with a net, you don't come up with shit.
No, that just might be my luck. That's why I prep, man. I bet no, I could just, I just Patricia, do you want to pop up here with us?
I don't think Patricia's ever been on the live.
Would you like to jump?
Anyway.
Is that what you mean by this link? You heard that? You got people feeling hungry up in the chat now, Arkwald, man.
Well, I'm just going to have hot dogs tonight. I didn't have time to cook my catfish. So.
That's what I put my jalapenos on with some hot dogs the other day, man. That had me feeling I was sweating eating those jalapenos, dude. It was crazy. Like the difference between something that's fresh picked out of a garden that you grew yourself and something you get from the store is like the difference between a man and a chimpanzee. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like it is, man. It was I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I have a what up, kicking it with Harold and friends. Rowan says try at the koi pond at the local mall.
That's why I'm just gonna cheat and turn this the swimming pool we've got, that little 350-gallon tank. I'm just gonna turn that into a tilapia pond. That way I can just reach in and grab them. I'm gonna cheat. I can't catch them, so I'm gonna trap them.
I caught 28 in the last 3 days catfish.
Damn. Yeah, I just don't have luck for it, man. I don't know. I use everything: liver, worms, shad. I can't catch a damn thing. With a bobber, without a bobber, hook above the weight, hook below the weight. What are you doing?
My phone charges up. My bad.
We found a hell of a deal on some corn on the cob. It was like 35 cents a piece or something like that. Some big old
somebody
man, I went through 10 of those in like an hour, and I was regretting it for 2 weeks. But man, it was good. It was very, very good.
I got mine down South Arkansas from a Mennonite farmer. It's a bag of 25 ears. How many?
No, it was 60.
60 ears for
61
20.
ears is what
61 ears for $22.
23.
Hell yeah.
And this is the peaches and cream. It's good corn.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to grow out here last year, but my ground wasn't ready. So I'm going to try that no-till. Put cardboard down, and I put a bunch of square bales of hay on top of it. So next year, hopefully, I'll be good to go.
Kind of rocky up there too, ain't it?
Yeah. We got a vein that goes right across the front of the property and cuts across and literally goes right, it's maybe 30 foot wide and goes a strip straight through the whole property. And no matter how much you dig it up, a couple months later, there's new rocks there to replace everything you dug up. I thought they were planning for you when they told you that, like, they're just going to grow back. I'm like, get out of here. I see what they're talking about now.
That's the way it is up here. It's rocky up here on the side of this mountain where I live.
I live by some mountains too, y'all.
But like where we're at down here, like if we stayed up north, it was perfect for growing crops. Down here, it's all cow country because it's nothing but rocks. So it takes forever to get any kind of garden space done. So there's good money in it crops down here because hardly anybody can grow them.
Yeah.
Hey, Klingon Princess had a question. Has anybody ever canned cat? Have you guys ever canned catfish before?
No, I have.
How would somebody go about doing that? Is it the same way? Like,
I have like the carp fish, like a red horse. Pressure canned it and made fish patties. But you pressure cook it, then don't you pressure cook it, and then pressure can it. It's been a long time ago, but my grandma used to make kind of like salmon patties, but out of the red horse.
Yeah, you have to pressure cook the fish. Take out the big bones and then put it in your jars and pressure pan.
okay.
But yeah, you could can it, but I just put it in the freezer. I soak mine in salt water, and then I put it in the freezer or refrigerator, and I'm ready to use it. I gave my sister-in-law a bunch. She's had Charlie Victor, her and her husband, and the new variant, and I was exposed to them, and I never got sick. My daddy had the original, and I was around him. Never even got a cold.
See, I'm not a big.
I've
never took a whole lot of medication and stuff. So I'm just thinking, my immune system's actually active because I haven't, polluted my body with all those pills and all kinds of random shit. You know what I mean? At least that's what I'm hoping.
I'm kind of wondering if the ones that had the Jabberwocky ain't shedding something to make it mutate, and that's where the new mutation come from. That's just a thought.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because they're not saying where it come from. You notice that it just suddenly appeared.
Yeah, and they say if you try to speculate to where it came from, they'll throw conspiracy theory at you, or they'll throw like anti cynicism, or that's the thing for the Charlie Victor. You're trying to be anti Charlie Victor or something like that. Like they'll throw all that at you. But I heard that the current administration, they're war hawks, though. I heard they're kind of trying to like spark up issues with those people over there.
Now, if it benefits them, war's money. So
yeah,
it's like Black Sabbath singing their song, huh? War Pigs, right?
Well, you got to figure what's going to happen here in September once we're fully pulled out officially. You know what I mean? And we lose all those bases, and we have to start all over again. You know what I mean?
You already heard Taliban starting to take over places in Afghanistan already.
Yeah, because even though there's no official ISIS, there's still wives and children of those people who are ISIS. You know what I mean? It's all going to start back, and it's going to blow up 10 times worse. You're going to start getting.
That's how they want to live their lives.
That's what I'm saying, though. Everything that we literally did over the last couple of years was fucking pointless because they're just going to come back stronger and more, better fortified with our shit.
Yep. All those lives lost, soldiers' lives lost for nothing,
I think that they were doing that, though, because most of that combat was in urban environments, and this is no disrespect at all to the soldiers and the veterans, and I respect them 100%. And they did the ultimate thing, and they're the highest level of respect that I have for people. But I'll say this, though, I think that they are unbeknownst to them, though, that all the stuff that's urban combat, going through cities, going through countrysides, this past 20 years, it's been training for whenever they have to go to the cities, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. And that's all that stuff. The environment, I'm looking at these places they're doing this combat at, and I'm like, dude, this looks like these are cities, and then this other places are kind of countryside kind of place where like I live at, you know.
Kind of like what was that operation they was doing here a while back? I can't think of it right now. But they was dropping from helicopters and stuff like that, you know. I can't remember what it was called.
Where was it happening at?
I think it's around California. They was dropping out Black Hawks, and I can't remember the name of the operation.
101 exactly. Vietnam 2.0. That's what happens when you try to treat a war like a police action, and you're going to lose every fucking time. It's pointless to even go over and do half of these things because you can't even engage when you're getting engaged. You know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense. Either we're going to do it or we're not. Why even fucking bother? That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. But it doesn't make any sense. Like the way all this stuff began is bullshit. Let's get into this a little bit. Because, you know, all those lives sacrificed for nothing. You know, they're not, let me rephrase it. They were sacrificed for so some rich politicians could gain money from oil fields. You know, they're the blood sacrifice of the elites, you know, but they deserve the most respect. That's why for a long time they were treated like garbage when they got back home. A lot of veterans I meet from Vietnam days, and I talk to them, they come and talk to me in my store, and they'll be like, you know, I say thanks for your service, and they'll be like, you know, that's like the 4th or 5th time I've ever heard that in my whole life, you know, or something like that, man.
And that's like the Iran Contra, the opium fields, you know, and stuff. You know, those making
to get that money. Listen, the day before 9/11, 9/10. I hope we can get in trouble. But 9/10, Don Rumsfeld, who passed away recently, a couple weeks ago, right? But this guy's one of the biggest slime balls to ever exist in human history. Don Rumsfeld passed away, all right? But Don Rumsfeld on 9/10/2001, he said, we had over $16 trillion stolen from this part of the Pentagon. Because over the next day, that part of the Pentagon, nobody was in that part of the building, right? And y'all can look this up. This is true. That part got destroyed. That was the part that the plane crashed into, right? And I'm saying that, and then next thing you know, Iraq had nothing to do with it. You know, they said, oh, Saddam is supplying them with the weapons. He might have nuclear weapons and the yellow cake uranium.
I don't see how they let something get that close to the Pentagon in the first place.
Exactly. I don't even think it might. I don't think it was a plane. I think it might have been because supposedly there's no footage of a plane hitting it. Supposedly there's no, you know, there's no wreckage of a plane. There's no plane wreckage, no nothing. And there's only one person that died, and there was a janitor. You know, and plus whoever they said was in the plane, but there's no footage there's no wreckage after when they took the pictures. Like, I'm gonna send a message in the private chat real quick.
Yeah, I already know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy how many even cars that come from over here. I think it was a couple months back, there was a guy who had an old Toyota truck, and he was like an exterminator or something. So he had a sticker on the side of the truck, and then he sold it. And somehow the next time he saw it, he was literally in a video with a bunch of ISIS cats in the back of it over, and you know, he's like, what the hell? I remember that was a big story there for a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. We just leave all our equipment over there for them to use, you know.
I never understood that. Well, they say it's cheaper to just build new ones than it is to bring it all back.
Because they're setting up the invasion force that's going to invade Israel one day. They're setting it up because it's going to happen soon. That's going to be Gog and Magog, right? And I was doing some research on how the Russians, they have always, since Catherine the Great, they've always been tight with Muslim people, right? And that's not hating on Muslim people. I'm not a hater or nothing like this at all. But they said this because they almost chose, they said this. And I forgot, I think it was Ivan the Terrible, but he sent some people out to to Mecca, to Jerusalem, and then to Rome. He's like, what are we going to be, Christians, Muslims, or Jews? And they chose to be Christians. But then as time went by, they kept on getting more and more land connected to all these other people and these different faiths and ethnicities. That's why, you know, Khabib Nurmagomedov, I can't get it, but you know Khabib, the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah.
But he's a Russian, but he's also one of those Muslim people. But they did it to where that's why these Muslim people in Dagestan and Chechnya and all these people, they chose to fight with Russia before they would choose to be part of the Ottomans. You know what I'm saying? And that's what helped protect the Russians from the Ottomans. And now fast forward to today's time, who are the Russians still cool with? All of the Muslim countries. And I'm not hating on Muslim people or anything like that at all, or disrespecting that. But I'm saying
Well, even
might be
Hitler
leading to
went
Gog
to
and Magog.
Hitler went to, you know, the Islamic countries back in the day because he was helping them build concentration camps of their own. You know what I mean? So they've literally got all the technology of what the Nazis had back in the day.
Even some of the Jewish people was helping.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't really see Israel lasting more than 100 years, really.
I don't know if you guys care about wrestling, but I just have some breaking news. John Cena made his debut back against the WWE after how long? After about 4 or 5 years. But my bad. Yeah. But it's crazy how all these things kind of like piece together. You know what I'm saying? It's like a domino effect of something that happened 5,000 years ago in Egyptian times affected something that happened 2,000 years later in Roman times. And then another 1,000 years later in England times, and then another 500 years later in our times today. And it just keeps on rolling, you know what I'm saying, until we restart over again. My bad, I went squirrel and I heard about that. I think John Cena ruined wrestling personally, but I think it's still pretty cool for the kids that grew up watching him and enjoying him. Yeah, hopefully he will save it. What I was watching tonight
today.
That pay-per-view. Thank God they used to charge $60 for those pay-per-views back in the day, dude.
I used to go and watch them when I was younger. I liked watching Hulk Hogan and Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's when they were on roids, man. That's whenever they were like really kicking ass, dude. That's when Vince McMahon would fire them if they didn't look a certain way and they didn't do that like shit.
Yeah.
But
see, it's the exact same thing if you go to any strip club. I've never been to one, or any showgirl, you know, or any model. It's the same.
Dancers.
They're buying an image. You know what I mean? And you've got to meet that image. You know what you're signing when you sign up. You know what I mean?
People found out that because people really used to believe that wrestling, the storyline was real. Like back. They'd believe that these people really hated each other. They'd be like, oh my God, this guy really is a piece of shit. The Iron Sheik really is a terrorist. But
you know, 100% though, I had to start from someplace real.
Huh?
You know
exactly.
I mean?
The
storyline might not have been real, but you know, them people
they do get hurt
back in the 50s and 60s.
A lot of wrestlers don't live past the ages, don't live to 60. A lot of wrestlers die of heart problems. A lot of wrestlers do. But
yeah, they'd be enemies fighting on TV in the bar. They're having a beer together, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, this is what happened. Hacksaw Jim Duckett and the Iron Sheik. Was it? Hacksaw Jim Duncan and the Iron Sheik were caught driving together in a car in 1985 with pounds of cocaine and pounds of weed, and they were like. But people were freaking out because Hacksaw Jim Duncan and Iron Sheik were the worst of enemies in the wrestling world, right? They're like, right. Why would we be caught rolling around with drugs and doing like chilling and shit? You know? And that's when people started like all the steroids started coming out. Hulk Hogan said, "Yeah, for the past 12 years, Vince McMahon made me do steroids and made all these other people do them."
Right.
Lex Luger, he used to be real buff, you know. Now he looks real puny.
Who's that? Big Papa Pump.
Yeah,
tried to get those acid, injections, and now his arms look all fucking stupid. He's stuck like that till the day he dies.
Yeah, he used to be real skinny when he started out. Him and his brother fighting.
Just like Macho Man Randy Savage was really a dick, and nobody ever wanted to be around him.
Sometimes they would get in real fights backstage. Some of these dudes actually didn't like each other.
Here's the one I just shared.
Here's a video. Who's this again?
It's about Bruiser Brody.
Y'all know about Bruiser Brody? This is a video. This is something about the locker room fight. Well, he got stabbed by another wrestler and murdered in the behind the scenes thing type deal because the other wrestler was hating on this guy how he was like getting more popular than him.
It was in Puerto Rico.
It happened in Puerto Rico.
And
He didn't want to be healed. The other wrestler didn't want to be a bad guy. They was trying to make the other wrestler be like a douchebag, and Bruiser Brody was like the badass
guy of the time.
Oh, Bruce Brody was.
And he was such a bad
Was
guy.
it the, you remember, it was a couple, it might have been like 10, 15 years back, the really fat black dude that always wore like the shiny sweatsuit with the mohawk and had like the white eyes and shit.
Yeah, that was
Mabel.
Yeah. And
You had to fire him because he was literally trying to kill everybody. You know what I mean?
hell yeah.
They get some of them crazy sons of bitches in there.
I remember. I think probably the biggest bust though in WWE history is when the Great Khali came out. Like he was like kicking everybody's ass at first, and he was like, "Oh, this is the next big thing."
Whenever they started having, you know what I'm saying, midgets come out and fight girls and do all kinds of shit, I was like, yeah, I'm over it. It got too crazy for me, man.
No, this is not hating on girls and shit for it at all, but they don't have divas anymore and shit.
Well, they took the divas out because it was sexualizing the women's much, and they turned it into women's champions instead of the divas champ. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to make the women's era instead of the divas era. You know what I mean? Kind of like to strengthen women.
I can feel that because back in the day, women in wrestling, they would just be walking behind the dude and stuff, or getting carried by a man and stuff.
It was oil matches, mud matches, bra and panty matches. Like, dude,
I remember that.
I loved that shit.
Talking about some ECW type shit,
bro.
dude.
Hell yes.
Yeah, Patricia.
But I would like to get into the world of micro wrestling, y'all.
Dude, that's in Forge.
Yeah, I would definitely like to get into micro. But dude, can you imagine me streaming commentary over micro wrestling? I'm like, oh my god, these little dudes are kicking ass right now.
In the bar, dude, they would come to the bars all the time. And Wee Man was there one time signing autographs from Jackass.
Stone Cold Stunner.
Easily the greatest of all time. Easily, even whenever he was stunning Steve Austin, he was still the greatest of all time, dude. When he had his
back
hair,
when he was blonde and had a mullet and shit.
Dude, yeah, but when they changed his hair, he was almost the Eggman or some shit. Vince almost made him into a chicken or some shit that hatched from an egg.
And he went to WCW, and then he was like, fuck this, he went to ECW. That's where he got his really big start, like climbing ladders and shit.
This conversation has took a really weird turn.
It has, dude. I was about to start talking about how Sting. I'm about to talk the last thing, but Sting, dude. You cannot forget about Sting's impact on wrestling either, dude. He was
He's still fighting in NW. What is it? NWA or Sting?
AEW. That's Chris Jericho's new wrestling.
AEW.
I like that better than WWE, honestly, because they had like superheroes and like magicians and like wizards and shit on this shit.
They crushed us.
I ain't got TV cable anymore. So my wife, when we had it, she loved watching wrestling.
We got that digital cable thingy, just the satellite. It was like $28. We get all the channels from the big city. We get some Kansas City channels if the wind's blowing, right? We get Springfield channels.
Just do everything. Everything has Wi-Fi.
See, they're making everything digital. That's the only reason I got TV. You know what I mean?
Money will be that way pretty soon.
It's all coming, man.
Share the video of the Spike Lee Bitcoin commercial. Yup, check this out. This is a Spike Lee Bitcoin commercial. Let me see if I can put it on here. Give me one second.
I saw a commercial today for Amazon was pushing the Paris Accord. They're talking about they've got 108 companies signed on. So they're trying to get, guilt people and be like, hey, we need to get back into the Paris Accord. So, yeah, that's another big waste of money coming our way.
Yeah, we don't need to globalize, dude. What we need to do is like become like we was before World War I and shit. We need to become isolationist again or some shit like that, and help out only like the countries that are like directly connected to us, only to a limited extent.
There's no way to manage that money because the only countries that are actually putting money into it are the countries who have the tightest regulations already. So there's no point. It's like, oh, let's clean ourselves up so much that way, we're cleaning up their dirt too along the way. One of those kind of things. It makes no damn sense.
Mm-mm. All political.
Because that's literally hundreds of billions of dollars that they're trying to throw at this thing. Where is all that going to go? You know what I
They
mean?
still have those. They still riding their jumbo jets every day and ride those limousines. So
The world's flooding, but they're still buying beach houses.
yep.
Yeah, a lot of hypocrisy going on. So what's going on with you, Ark?
I just been doing some fishing.
So I got down there and got some of the greenhouse knocked out. I put in a lot more work today than I wanted to, but it was cloudy all day. It was humid as hell, but it wasn't really too hot. So
It rained till dinner here today. And,
I thought it was going to rain on us a couple times, but it worked out pretty good. Now it kicked my ass though. I'm about to fall asleep in this chair.
we've been getting a lot of rain.
We had that storm the other night that came through, and it flooded out some of the roads around us. I mean, it wasn't nowhere near, what we call a bad storm, but pretty decent storm. But it's been weird.
Yeah, it's been a wet July here.
We're having like a 30, 40 degree drop in temperature between day and night. And my plants are all confused, like what the hell's going on, I don't know. It's the weirdest year we've had since we've been here.
You still having trouble with them there tomato hornworms?
I haven't seen any since that day. So everything's looking good. I got the chicken coop about 90% built. I just need to go get, probably $10 worth of zip ties to finish it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken coop right next to the garden there. That way I can multi-purpose it if I can. That's what I just need to figure out the layout, because I've got the rabbit hutch and then I've got the chicken coop that are both going to go over there. I just don't know how I want to set them up yet.
Yeah, rabbit manure, that's some good fertilizer.
I've heard about that a couple of times from a couple different people here watching videos.
That's what I'm thinking. If over the course of you know how much poop a rabbit can put out, you know what I mean? It won't take long at all if I start filling these tires, because I've already got them about 70% straw and then a couple bags of dirt. So if I just go ahead and fill those completely up with rabbit manure over the wintertime, stir it up a little bit, well, I'm gonna have some super soil come next spring.
Yep. That's smart putting that hay in there, because that'll keep the moisture in.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having though is the watering of it. You know what I mean? Because it'll hold it, but it drains through so damn fast that you're wasting more water to at least when I put the hose on it. I got to pack it down just a little bit more, but it's coming along pretty good. My gourds are going ridiculous. I finally seen I got some green beans that sprouted a couple days ago, so progress.
I harvested my onions. I had a good onion and potato crop, and I just got squash and some peppers and tomatoes right now in a small place.
I'm in Missouri mode, yo. I know I got to figure out. I've got it dialed in for the most part. I just know I need a lot more soil. So next year I should be good to go. I got about a third of the cornfield covered, but I've still got 30 some bales of hay to go and pick up. So I'll have the cornfield covered for the winter time. So hopefully, man, corn and watermelon next year. That's the goal.
I ain't never messed around here,
You got a lot of love right there, though. Look at them. That's what's I want to get me some land, man. I start growing me out some corn, get me some chicken out there, man.
It's just cheaper for me to buy it from the Mennonites than it is to grow it, really.
Heard that
Right.
with fresh. Our buddy, he brought some beef from where is it? Iowa. Some Iowa for some farm raised beef from one of his buddies that he knows over there. He brought some up here, and dude, that was some good meat right there, dude.
I mean, I keep some seeds just in case, but you know, if I can buy it cheaper than I can grow it, and it's non-GMO, then
Those them Amish people, man, they're pretty stout people, man. From doing all that work, I noticed. I see them as tourists all the time around where I'm at, man.
That's usually who I get my seeds from. We got a Dutch, or they're Mennonites, but they got a store down the road that's got, a feed store. It's got all that, So that's usually where I get my seeds from. You just buy them in a white bag by like a pound.
wow.
Yeah, Mojo, I'm in Missouri.
Man. You guys
But we're
land, man. I might try to have to not get my money right, man. I might have to try to move over there towards that area, man. I'm from Louisiana. I might try to find a place somewhere in the middle or some shit.
Hey, everybody wants the Ozarks, man. Arkansas or Missouri, it doesn't matter. They're both pretty.
Dude, I think it had to be Missouri though.
Arkansas is a little bit expensive though. People don't know that. Arkansas has got the cost of living, property and all that shit can be ridiculous for some of that pretty view.
See too, man.
Yeah, the property taxes is they ain't that cheap.
I was thinking about moving to West Virginia or some shit like that.
Moving closer to the lines, Dan.
Yeah, that's what. But like West Virginia, like I was looking on there though, they had some like pretty cheap land out there, man.
Yeah, West Virginia is pretty as shit, man. We were looking at West Virginia. We almost went there. I would love to be up in the Smoky Mountains and all that shit over there. Love it.
Dude, it's awesome, dude. We got like some 800-pound, not 800, they're about like 500, 600, 700 pounds, these bears sometimes, dude. Like, they live a good life, though, but they'll be feeding them, though, sometimes down here, and then they'll have to go kill the bear after they feed them, dude.
I like some bear meat.
So don't be feeding bears. Do not feed bears, y'all.
I've never tried bear. I want to.
You gotta trim all the fat off of it, and
it's greasy.
Don't cook it in fat. Spray some Pam or something, and it tastes like sweet beef to me. It makes some killer egg rolls.
See, because we got Missouri's officially opening up the bear season in October for the first time in forever. You know what I mean? So I'm actually wanting to go on a bear hunt. I'm hoping to step out on the porch one day and see one, because I'm like, hey, that's a fucking blanket right there and some food. You know what I mean?
I had 3 in the garden.
You can make stuff out of its bones and all kinds of stuff, dude. Like you could do, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
I like
my buddy. He shot a deer on the front porch a couple weeks ago.
That's why everybody thinks I'm joking, man. I'm gonna get a damn alligator.
Alligator's good.
That's what they say. They tell me it's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, I've had the jerky, but I don't think that counts. You know what I mean? At Branson, they got the little jerky stand.
Yeah,
that doesn't count. You know what I mean?
You ever ate snake before? Have you all ate snake before?
Yeah, I've had rattlesnake. I don't much care for it.
It tastes like dry turkey to me. Well, we deep fried them in the little nuggets. I've had black snake and I've had rattlesnake. You can eat it, but it's
yeah. My son likes it, but I just don't care too much for it.
I remember liking it. I was probably like 9 or 10 when I ate that shit, but I remember liking it though. Honestly, I remember thinking it was good. I used to like to eat olives in my ice cream.
Armadillo, or not armadillo?
Armadillo?
Well, no.
Can you even eat one of those?
Yeah.
Old Hutch's boss is on. I miss Hutch.
Yeah.
You see that?
I see you, wife. Yeah, we got a picture when we went rattlesnake hunting up north. And I had my son. I don't know. He was
My
probably 10 or 11, holding up a rattlesnake that's bigger than he is. We got the skin somewhere in here.
I like to tan the skins.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I wanted to. I was trying to find a way, because we'd find 5 or 6 rattlesnakes every day if we went up there in the rock quarry up in Kansas. So I was like, oh, I wanted to wrap my entire gas tank in my fenders and stuff on the motorcycle in snake skin.
They look cool.
But I couldn't find a way to, you know what I mean, without buying all the. I didn't have the money to get the crazy chemical kit that they wanted to push, so I couldn't find a natural way to make it all smooth. You know what I mean?
I use the old type antifreeze to preserve my hides and salt.
See, I use salt. That's what I pretty much used. We skinned all the, we scraped all the fat off of it and then salted it. I think we rolled it up and then put it in like a Ziploc bag for like 2 or 3 days, and then unrolled it and scraped it again and washed it. It came out good, but it's like paper. You can't bend it or it'll snap. You know what I mean? Yeah, some armadillos can carry leprosy.
Yeah.
So don't eat those.
You still got your
My
pads?
buddy just said something about they eat
I
on
haven't seen
the
I haven't seen them in a couple days, but I'm seeing that they've been digging in the yard. I'm seeing that they're cleaning up around my tree stumps out here.
How big are they getting? They were babies last time I saw them in that video, right?
I haven't seen the babies since, but
Were they just going to eat their own thing?
Yeah, they just run everywhere. The animals run everywhere.
That's awesome. It trips me out every time you're hiking. You know how many snakes you pass by without even noticing it? Like you'd be passing by like dozens, hundreds of snakes while you were hiking all the miles. Never even notice it. But if you stop and try to look,
every single snake that Missouri has, I have caught except for one, and it's the Missouri has a green tree snake, and I've only seen it twice, but I've never actually got close to it. That's the only snake in the entire state that I have not caught.
Do y'all have the hog nose spreading nanner?
Yep.
Those are cool, ain't they?
Yeah. I just found one of those underneath the tin we had out here yesterday. A baby.
My niece freaked out. We was swimming and catching bait for the trot line, and a water moccasin come up and just sit on top of the water ready to strike. And I told her, I said, "Get behind me." She did. I took my rod and it crawled up on the rod where my hand was, and I just went like that, and it just swam on off. But she wouldn't get back in the water the next day.
That's what I tell my wife. I was like, if you don't freak out around them, they won't freak out around you. Like
if she'd have panicked, she'd have got bit.
Like, yeah, they just don't want no drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just living their life doing snake things, being water moccasins. And it sucks. Like, even though, because we as people, we're not giving these animals aren't having too much space to live, because we keep on building more and more houses on their territory and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we became too domesticated. We ain't used to living with nature anymore, and that's what we're supposed to do because we're animals of damn self.
Exactly. But now we be getting freaked out whenever we see some animals. Oh, guys, do you guys want to talk about some Bitcoin?
I don't know anything about Bitcoin.
This will probably make you not want to get into Bitcoin. This is Spike Lee's commercial about Bitcoin. This is about 2 minutes long. Check this out. You guys are going to get a laugh out of this. I own no rights to this video. It's funny, though, and it's check it out.
Our currency is not current. Old money, as rich as it looks, is flat out broke. Don't believe me? I got the receipts. We call it green, but it's only white. Where's the women, the black folks, and the people of color? Native Americans got a nickel.
I own no rights to any of that video, but that makes me not want to get Bitcoin even more.
I don't trust
Especially
anything Spike
Fortune.
Lee puts his face on.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Do the Right Thing? That movie pisses me off every time. I'm like, dude, why would you guys just start attacking the pizza shop? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that commercial to me, that was a racist ass commercial.
Spike Lee is going at targeted marketing. You know, Spike Lee is not for us. You know what I mean? They're not who we're going after. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's satire, Klingon. I think that's serious. I think that was a serious commercial. That probably cost them about a cool like $500,000 to make that commercial. Yeah, you know that's nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Is that his company?
Is
that his company, or was he just the spokesperson for somebody?
No, he's just spokesperson for it. There's a couple of there's like a football player that's a spokesperson for it too. I forgot who it is. But yeah, Spike Lee hasn't put out any movies in a long time, but he still likes to put out commercials.
That's because
it's funny to hear because you heard off
Spike Lee's he presents the image of a revolutionary from back in the day. You know what I mean? So he's going for that crowd that's just like, hey, yeah, you know, let's burn down cities. Those are the kind of people he's going after. You figure eventually it's all going to be that way. You see even some gas stations, it costs more to use cash than it does to use a card in some gas stations. It's like they're trying to get rid of cash altogether. They want to know everything that you're spending at all times. So even if it is a private company and all money goes digital, they're still going to want to know where it's going. So eventually it's all going to be tracked. You know, what I spend my money on is my business.
And they want to try. I heard that Amazon and the U.S. Postal Service was like giving information about what people was ordering and stuff to the government.
When you say by 2030, they're talking about having a million trucks out. Amazon's taking over the world, man.
They'll soon have shops, you know, where you can just go in there and push a button and scan something and get what you want, you know.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So they say eventually they're going to try to have the entire country to where you can get a drone to bring your stuff in less than a day.
Yeah.
And they've got 2 or 3. One that opened up last year, not even maybe 100 miles up the road, and then about 100 miles that way, they're talking about opening another one.
I think that's where a lot of this stuff, like the Walmart self checkout, and stuff, all that's going to go to computer and animation. I think they're going to do away with a lot of the people.
Oh yeah, you see, even McDonald's is doing it. They've got the little. You don't even have to do anything, or talk to anybody, and everything is going to an app now.
Yeah.
As soon as they make that assembly line machine that can pump out cheeseburgers and stuff like that.
Or 3D print it,
Yeah. There'll be some Back to the Future stuff where you just punch it in the big microwave and 30 seconds later, ding.
Yeah, the Walmart, my Walmart already has that, man. The neighborhood Walmart in my town already has where they don't have the cashiers anymore. I just had a major glitch on my side.
If you have to do the work, they should take some money off. You know what I mean? Because if they don't have to hire the employee, then their prices don't have to keep going up because they're saving the money that they're paying that person 40 hours a week for. So if you're doing all the damn work, we get 15% drop in some prices around here.
And the product you get nowadays, stuff that was 4 to a package is 3 to a package now,
Yeah.
Same price.
Hey, I need some forged nails. I'll take those. That's something that I want to look into eventually out here is making my own smelting thingy.
Like, you can make a shop.
Yeah. My son wants to make knives, but I'm like, damn, all the money that I waste on nails and all the scrap that I've got, I can melt so much stuff down and just make my own triangle nails. You know?
Mike Reed,
It'd be
he
sad.
does that too. Mike Reed Outdoors.
Mhm.
He does the wild foraging, but he's also a blacksmith,
Oh, yeah?
and he's got some cool videos on that
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll go check him out.
What's the name of him?
What was his name again?
Mike Reed Outdoors.
You put a link out. All right, he's about to put the link out. I can't look it up right now. I got him over on Peter looking it up.
Notebook. Boom. Screw your technology.
He makes hatchets and everything else. I mean, it's neat to watch him work.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I want to eventually I want to go crazy out here and build a whole bunch of. I want to start making my own arrows, and I want to do some spears with some frog gigs and some actual spear tips. You know, eventually start making my own axe heads if I can. Something, you know.
Yeah,
that'd be freaking sweet.
I love frog legs.
Oh, I can't do no frog.
My wife won't cook them, or she won't eat them. But me and the boy, we love them.
Hey, my sister-in-law barbecued up some frog legs a couple years ago, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, let me try that." Nope.
What was it again?
Frog leg. Can't do it.
Dude, that's one thing I never tried, man. I'm from
I
Louisiana.
love them deep fried, just rolled in flour and deep fried.
They good?
And I can't do mud bugs either.
Eat what?
Mud bugs and damn crawfish. Can't
Oh, I love them.
Can't do it.
Dude, I love crawfish. Dude, in Louisiana, you can go out there, take your water hose out to one of those holes. You see, it looks like a turd coming out the ground. You put your water hose in there, dude, and like 2 or 3 of them will start coming out of there, dude. Like you flood them out of there, dude.
See, that's why I never make it in. I don't like that spicy, you know, that crazy Creole shit. I'd never make it down south. You know?
I love it. I love it, dude. The hot sauce.
I'm more on the cover everything with butter and gravy side of the South. You know what I mean?
The hotter the better.
My wife had some. What is that sauce you had?
Scorpion sauce.
Scorpion sauce. And my goodness, it's sweet going in for a little bit, but then it starts burning your tongue. It's too powerful for me.
No.
Y'all are just
So
weenies.
I'll have to check that out too.
G-Mall Merkel, that'd be pretty sweet.
You want to say hi?
Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
Hello. All right.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Yeah,
You
my neighbor's house across the street was it was straw bales, and then he just stuccoed the outside of it. They just tore it down the other day because my other neighbor bought it and turned it into a sheep field. But it was like an actual size house. I want to try to look into doing something like that to make the straw houses and stuff. I'm gonna get bored out
I'll
here.
huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the house in.
I'm gonna get bored out here one day with all these just sitting out here walking around. I want to do a log cabin. I want to do one of those mushroom houses, and I want to do one of those straw houses.
One of those hobbit houses would be cool.
Yeah. I wish we had a tree up here big enough to where I could just take a stump and do it that way. But we don't really have any big trees left up here.
Yeah, I couldn't have no straw house around here. The goats would eat it up.
Right.
Game Keith.
Well, they got it like you know, like over in Africa, they got the adobe where it's the mud mix. Because hell, we've got enough clay. All I got to do is take the top of the grass off, and we've got the clay just in the damn ground. So
I got a lot of red clay in places. I even did a clay chicken. I packed it in clay. I put it in tin foil and packed it in clay, then cooked it underground.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. See, we were wondering if that was going to work. We were thinking about just putting it in the oven on a low temp for a couple hours to see how it hardens up.
But we have that red clay where the pine trees is. You get big old balls of it.
Yeah. Do you guys get truffles down there?
No, we get morels.
Those are damn good. I
Yeah, I
love
like
some
some
of
of
those
those.
fried up.
And we don't get the giant puff balls. Y'all probably do up there, but we
What's
don't get
the red ones?
the big old giant white puff balls.
Yeah, I got those here. You can eat those?
The big puff, the giant puff balls.
I'm
If
gonna
they
take a picture tomorrow and put it on my community page, and I'm gonna tag you so you can tell me if that's what it is.
okay,
Are they white with like black, almost like black little craters or something?
they're white. They don't grow here, but I've ate the
Little ones.
I've ate the little ones, the pear shaped puff balls, and then we have the gem studded puff balls, but they're all small.
We got something up north. I don't know what the real name of it is. I think they just called it. I can't remember but it's it gets freaking huge, and it's like a reddish orange. I think they called it like a brain mushroom or something like that, or a beefsteak is something like that.
Hmm.
But I don't know what the name of it is, but it's not slimy, but it looks slimy. You know what I mean? But it's solid. It's weird. I haven't seen any mushrooms around here. My son found a couple 2 years ago on the riverbank, but just like 3 or 4 of them. Do you guys get ginseng down there?
We got some on top of the mountains, the high places.
I bought some
That's just
seeds
like it is over here.
18 months ago, or like 2 years ago. I planted them. That's why I don't know what they look like when they popped up, because the poison ivy took over the whole island. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should have a red berry come up in between them.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. I'm just gonna have to wait till fall before I know. But they say the seeds take 18 months to propagate. So I still got 60 left just in case.
Yeah,
I want to try to dial it in because there's some big money, like up in Minnesota, that farm ginseng.
oh yeah, there's big money in it.
It's crazy money. Did you figure that stuff? It goes. When I was looking at the prices, it was between for farm ginseng, it was about $300-400 a pound, and for wild ginseng, it was $600 to $1,200 a pound. So you figure these places up in Minnesota and Michigan and shit have the literally an acre of ginseng produces $250,000 every harvest. So if you've got 20-30 acres set up on a time rotation, you're making millions of dollars a year just off a couple acres of freaking ginseng. It's ridiculous. That and ginger. I need to get into that too.
Ginger's easy to plant.
So I was going to get to at the store the other day.
You can get some.
Yeah.
You can just break you off a piece like a store bought and plant it, and it'll come up.
Is that something I'd want to do in a container garden, or can that be outside?
It don't matter. I don't know if it would survive winter, but you might could save some and replant the spring.
How tall does it get? The sprouts and stuff that come off of that.
All I ever grew was maybe 2 foot high.
I'm thinking I could probably take I could probably build a box on the side of my greenhouse on the inside on the rail that's maybe 10 inches deep or so, and just have a constant year-round ginger grow right there on the wall of the damn greenhouse.
Yeah. Well, if you kept it from frost, it probably'd make it.
I might have to look into that. Yeah, all that fancy stuff, the ginger, the turmeric, the root vegetables, especially like if you got like a Whole Foods, man, they pay stupid money for that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, money makers.
I used to sell snake root and blood root and different stuff.
I got bloodroot on my list. Because there's a couple, I was looking when we first moved out here, there was a couple of those medicinal plants that I was going through to figure out and dial it down. And I got like 27 plants altogether. And bloodroot is one of my my top 5. I almost bought it last year. I just wasn't ready for it yet.
I have it here in the woods. Here at the house.
Yeah, I need to start paying attention to that stuff more. Because I've been watching your videos and I'm starting to see, I'm like, oh, damn, I got all this stuff out here. I've just been mowing it down. And, you know,
Right? Yeah, right?
now I'm trying to isolate patches in different areas.
Yeah, this man definitely, like, some of the stuff he says is stuff I can look inside of this wild plant encyclopedia I got. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up here or nothing, our wild man. But this man right here, like, he can say something, I'll look in my book, I'm like, wow, that's the exact same thing, but what they, like, that's exact, you know? No, you got that wisdom, Ark Wild, man. I appreciate hearing it. Your videos are definitely, yeah, man, that makes me, because I just don't. I feel like, you know what? I don't know what's holding me back. I just don't have the time to get out there. Besides, when I go Moreau hunting once a year, that's about as far as my foraging goes. And I just did that for the first time this year. So I'll definitely be doing that every year.
Go ahead and jump off here, and I'm taking my ass to bed. Ark, good to see you, man.
Good night. I'm fixing to go eat me a hot dog, and
I'm gonna end it too. I'm gonna have to go get me some meat as well. You boys have a good night. It was an honor having all y'all on here.
Go too, and everybody in chat.
This is Late Night Hideout. Y'all come back again to the 4th episode, Late Night Hideout, and check out everything me, this man, Hutch, Northern Girl Hobbies, all of us are doing. Peace, y'all.